We're talking about this story that the top of the show that ran on the website of the Western Mail. And it's so interesting that the National Union of Journalists is also claiming they have cross-party backing for a campaign against so-called click targets for journalists. And yes, Peter Black is a member of my party, so I'm treading a fine line here. But I did like his quote. He says, "I'm incredibly concerned that any move towards clickbait journalism will mean less coverage for our Welsh political institutions, which can only be bad for democracy." He said, "A story about someone spotting a Kim Kardashian lookalike in Gorseinon could well get more clicks than an article about underinvestment in Wrexham's mental health services. But without more stories like the latter, there'll be few opportunities to drive forward improvements to public services." I'll let you guys discuss that one.
Oh, you're absolutely. I mean, that story on Monday was a classic version of clickbait journalism. I'll read this again actually because it's so shocking. This Dr. Anne Wynne-Jones, clever and sporty, a former 400-meter hurdler. I mean, we don't treat women. Well, I mean, I thought it sounded to me like a kind of Bernard Manning era of journalism.
Just terrible.
This clickbait stuff, it's one of the worst effects of the digital age, and it's almost kind of undermining journalism itself as a sort of necessity of the fourth estate. If all these journalists are basically on targets that they have to gain the amount of clicks that they can, what they're going to do, they're going to get the most sensational, the most populist stories. I mean, is that ever going to be necessary for a citizenry that's educated? I mean, the mainstream media is bad enough, but for the local newspapers who are trying to cover local stories to have to conform to that, it's just another nail in the coffin, I think, for sort of journalism.
And it's crazy because, I mean, if I look at the top click stories on ukprogressive.co.uk, they either have sex in the title or the name of the celebrity or whatever, and you think, God, supposedly we're appealing to a more serious demographic, but anyways, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's part of the Trinity Mirror. I'm right in saying the digital first strategy. Now, Trinity Mirror publishes the two main morning papers in Wales,
and the afternoon paper.
Yeah, loads of papers actually, and the weekly papers and stuff. Digital first. Well, if it leads to that clickbait journalism, and that's appalling.
It is terrible.